All right, what is up, everybody? How's it going? How's it going? Okay. What is up, everybody? How's it going? It's Leon here, and we're here with another King of Fighters character tutorial. So we're going to take a quick look at Robert Garcia, and we're going to figure out what he's about and how he plays. Quick backstory on Robert Garcia. He first appeared in the Art of Fighting game series on Neo Geo, and later got ported to consoles. He is a Shoto character by, I guess, by standard opinion, and he fights in Kyokugen karate style. That is a style developed by Takuma, aka Mr. Karate, who is also his father, and he is known as the first practitioner of Kyokugen karate. So he earned the title the Raging Tiger. He's modeled after the actors Andy Garcia and Steven Seagal. I have a Steven Seagal color set for him in King of Fighters 13. If you'd like that, I'll show you at the end of the video or at some other time. So let's get right into the character. So we got light punch right here. This is standing A. So standing A is a fast jab. It's usually there to get people out of there, get the range going. We got standing B. That's a nice kick right there. Good range. As you can see, it won't hit from here, but moving a little bit closer, you can definitely get a hit. Hitboxes in this game are very good. Like, just the sway alone was enough. Like, from here, no. There you go. Just a sway. The move doesn't slightly bring you forward. It actually does. It does. Look. So stand B slightly brings you forward. Learning things already. Okay, so stand B slightly brings you forward. We got stand C, which is like a far-reaching hard punch. It'll stop pretty much anything there. And we got stand D, an arcing high kick, kind of lean forward. I guess you can use it as an anti-air if you see it early enough. So as for crouch normals, we've got crouch A, straightforward jab, right there. Looks like about 3 frames. We got crouch B. Straightforward light kick. You can chain multiple of these. We got crouch C. It's like an uppercut coming up off of the ground. You can use, I guess that's going to be one of your anti-airs, one of your go-to anti-airs. And crouch D, a full-on sweep. So let's check out his air normals. We have jump A. It's like a jumping, arcing down punch. It's good for an angle, good for coming in. If you hit it low enough off of a hop, you'll definitely be able to do something from there. We've got jumping B. It's like an arcing light kick coming in there. Another one good for the angles and good for beating out opponents that are lower than you, stopping them, resetting people, etc. We've got jumping C, which is a tighter arc. It's a downward angle there, kind of like a triangle arc. And jumping D, which is like the standard jumping hard kick or jumping medium kick you will find in most games. So it kind of kicks down here and sweeps around. It looks like the hurt box is active. I mean, sorry, the hitbox is active for a good amount of time. All right. So those are his normals. He has 2 command normals. His first command normal is forward hard kick. I mean, forward light kick. Sorry. First command normal is forward light kick. So forward light kick will project him forward, and it's also used in tandem with combos. So this will push him forward, and it's a pushing kick. As you can see, there's quite a lot of stuff on that hit, so you can combo it into other things. And we also have forward light punch. So forward light punch will do like this hopping kick. He kind of jumps forward at you and kicks there. And those are his command normals. So we got stand A, stand B, stand C, stand D, crouch A, crouch B, crouch C, crouch D, air A, B, C, and D, forward A, and forward B. Those are all his normals. So let's move on to special moves. Let's check out his move list. All right, we've got Ryugekiken. That is his standard fireball. So I'll show you all of these after we run through them here. Ryuga, which is his uppercut. Standard DP, Dragon Punch. We've got Hiensenpuka. It's his version of the standard kick or spinning kick that you will find in Kyokugen Karate. We've got Hyenryugenka. It's an air dive kick. So you do this aerial. Any state that you are off of the ground, you'll be able to catch this dive kick. Genekya. It is a multi-kicking move. I guess you could consider it a grab, but it's not quite a grab because it can be blocked and you won't necessarily catch it. It can be caught on block and the animation will still complete. So it's basically a rapid amount of kicks that he does. Ryuren Genekya. That is officially a grab. It is a close grab that you can catch opponents with, where Robert will grab him and kick multiple times, and it will hurt. So let's check out all of those moves at once here before moving on. All right, there we go. All right, so let's check out all of his command moves here. So we got special moves. Standard fireball. As you can see, that's the light punch version. That's the hard punch version. You can see there's a big difference in terms of travel speed there. Light punch, hard punch. Hard punch. Let's try to run. Hard punch. Alright. So the light punch you can kind of follow behind a little bit. The hard punch, it usually will hit from full screen before you can start running in there. Right? For different speeds. We also have EX, which travels at a speed, I would say, in between the light and hard punch versions, but it has multi-hit capabilities and multi-hit functions. It also has some durability against other projectiles. It'll eat other ones and just travel through. Right? So, let's get some meter. We got EX here. Travels, multi-hits. Alright. So Genekak, right? It's forward, back, forward, kick, right? Forward, back, forward, light kick. Light kick version, as you can see from about that distance, won't really catch. A little bit closer, you're good. Right? So that will launch. Let's see, closer to corner. Don't believe you can get anything off of that close. But yeah, that's the kick version of the movie. Basically grabs you, you get multi-kicked and launched in the air. This is his official grab, which is definitely a launch. You're gonna want to catch close opponents with that. Big people into blocking. Make sure they get on the defensive, and when they do, you run up and you kind of get that in there. Right? Then you have his half circle back kick, which is a multi-kick move. So let's quickly check that out again. So half circle back kick, right? His light kick version, or B version, travels about that distance. And then we've got the hard kick version, travels a little farther and the animation is a little longer. It has one more hit of damage. So the B version is 3 hits and the D version is 4 hits. Let's try EX. So the EX version travels really far and it also sends him in an upward arc. On top of that, the EX version also gives a jugglable launch at the end, guaranteed. Right? So let's check that out on hit. The other good thing about it is, virtually, no matter where it hits, it typically finishes. And if that last hit does hit, you will get the full juggle animation. So if the opponent is like moving around or anything like that, and then they get caught, then you have a chance. Can I get a large jump forward? So yeah, anywhere you catch that spinning kick, you'll be able to get something from the launch. You'll always get that launch as long as the last hit of the EX version hits. So on the ground, off the ground, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Alright. Then we've got his uppercut. So the light punch version of the uppercut is one hit. It's fairly fast, and the arc is pretty straight up. So it's very vertical. The hard punch, or C version, is a little bit more straight. You can see it goes pretty high. But it does move forward a bit more, and it's also 2 hits on hit. So that's 2 hits. The EX version is 5 hits, and you definitely get a full-on straight-up arc. It actually moves the screen on hit. So we got light punch, A, hard punch, C, and EX. So it moves them forward the most out of all of them. It hits multi, and it's also very fast. If you check the startup on the light, check the startup on medium, and heavy. Sorry, EX. EX starts up the fastest and hits most. But light is fairly invincible, so it's good to use on like that, and it's good to use to get yourself out of some situations where you don't require too much of a forward arc in your moves. Alright. So we also have his dive kick. His dive kick, jumping, quarter circle back, and kick. The light kick version, or the B version, is a straight dive. It goes fairly slow. The hard kick version travels a little farther, so the B version is more of an angle and a bit more speed. And let's check out the EX. So EX version travels the fastest. That's good properties right there. And it has a higher arc on hit. So that is a guaranteed juggleable state if it does catch. So that's light version. Let's see it catch. Give it a second here. Our Brook is very insane. Okay. Alright. So light kick version. See, we got an uppercut from that. Hard kick version, you should get the same. Let's see how that looks out of the corner. Maybe an EX. Let's try it. So now the EX version, way higher. So you definitely get an opportunity if you do catch an EX from anyone on screen to do something big. There we go. So that's his dive kick, and those are his moves. We're gonna talk about how to use them in tandem a little bit later. Let's move on to his special moves. super special moves, right? We've got Shokoken, right? That's his fireball, right? So what you want to do is use that like you'd use any fireball super. You want to use it to cover ground. You want to use it from full screen. You want to use it to punish certain things. You want to use it to punish jumps. The Ryuko Rambu. This is a move that pretty much anybody in the Sakizaki family has, or any practitioner of Kyokugen karate has some form of Rambu. It's like a running flurry of attacks. So that is quarter circle forward, or half circle forward, quarter circle forward, half circle forward, quarter circle backward, half circle backward, and punch. So let's turn on buttons here. So we got forward and back. Punch. So, you know, it's not too insane to do. Just remember that if you do that fireball input first, and then as soon as you get the forward from that fireball input and you bring it right back and hit that punch, you will get it. And how Shokoken is fireball. You want to hit forward, and then you want to do a full half circle forward. So as soon as you hit forward, you want to bring the stick back, and then rotate it forward, and then hit punch. So you be bringing it back and forward, back, half circle forward, and punch again. Right. So this is the light version of the Shokoken. Pretty slow travel speed. This is the hard version. Much faster speed. You can attempt to use that to punish a little bit better. These travel a little slower than they did in the last game. So the punish opportunities, while still there, are a little bit more forgivable this time around. Alright? CX version. Longest startup. It doesn't have the most speed, even though it does have very good speed once it's released. But that startup is a beast. But it is multi-hit, and it does quite a bit of damage for the cost of 2 meters. Right? Alright, same thing with the Rambu. So, let's see. Speed of the Rambu starts about there. That's the light version. Get about the same distance with the hard punch. We get a little bit higher distance and a little bit faster travel with the EX version. That's almost right in your face. It's not enough to catch from full screen, but if they move slightly forward in any way, you will get that. Right? So one thing we didn't check out. Oh, he has a unique close normal. Actually, we didn't check out any of his close normals, so we need to do that. I'm gonna put a mark here. Let's check out close normals, right? Close hard kick. That's just close D. It does a 2-hit kick, which is cancelable. 2 other moves is cancelable to special moves. Close hard punch, which is also cancelable. Close light punch. Sorry, matching that. Yeah, close light punch. And close light kick. This is a very like high chin kick, kind of. Very Steven Seagal-y. All right. So now that those out of the way, we have his Neomax or Climax move. It is, let's check your inputs here. It's 2 half circle forwards and both kicks. We gotta get the name right. The Mue Senpu Ryuzu Zansho. Right? That's a lot of words. So it's 2 half circles forward, both kicks, both B and D. As with all Climax in the game, you can do that out of max mode for 3 meters, and you can do that in max mode for the cost of 2 meters. Right? So, Robert, let's talk about what Robert is about, and that's as far as like game fundamentals and just King of Fighters in general. So Robert would be considered the standard Shoto character, right? Meaning I use my fireballs, use my uppercuts to anti-air and to get me into good positions and to get me out of trouble. Use fireballs to zone, keep a certain distance, annoy the crap out of people, and just use it as my overall defense and offense. Pretty much utility. Supers are extensions of those things. His core circle back kick I wouldn't necessarily throw out, or half circle back kick rather, I wouldn't necessarily throw out there as you would in any other game. You're going to want to confirm this. You're going to want to catch this from combos. Right? But the EX1, when the opportunity looks, you know, it looks pretty good, or it looks like you might hit something, yeah, be risky with it, because the payoff is big, and if you're using it smart, you may not have to worry too much about getting ridiculously punished. There's always a risk of some punishment, but you're gonna want to throw that out there when you know that you want to land some big damage, right? All right. So moving on. Hey, if you got the idea, if you played any Street Fighter, sorry to use that as an example, but if you played fighting games, then you'll know how to use these things to your advantage. What you're gonna want to do is make sure you're covering the right distance when you're jumping in on people. One thing with Robert is he has great jump-ins. Pretty much all of his normals in the air are very good. We also didn't cover his CD. His CD is a straightforward kick, so let's cover a straightforward CD. The CD kicks pretty straightforward, got a decent range, and it will knock them back to the wall like the others do in this game. And his CD is cancelable. Right? So the CD is cancelable. His air CD is an arcing high kick. So it kind of kicks at that angle up, you know, kind of like there. So people who get higher than you or jump over you, or typically their jumps are a little bit floaty, or they have air attacks that will land down or arc, his CD will beat them out. So if done early enough from hop, you can flat out beat their CD with yours, or you'll flat out beat their air normals with your CD. It's also good on jump in depending on your distance. So, you know, if you want to get a good distance on them and kind of use it to pressure or to move in a little, then it's fine, because it does have quite a bit of blocks on it. So if they do block, you do have some time to kind of sit there and think. Let's guard all. There you go. So jumping in, you have quite some time. So I was able to run fully. Let's see if they do have a guard attack. They have one hit guard, but I'm not sure if they have a guard attack. Guard blowback. Let's try that. Let's see if you can bait guard blowback with it. Yes, you can. So you can bait guard blowback with jumping CD. If done at an arc coming in. Yeah, it's pretty much guaranteed if you're gonna bait at least Roberts. All right. So that's his jumping CD. So we got his supers covered, we got all his normals covered, we got CD covered, we got air CD. We were talking a little bit about strategy and how to use his moves. Use him pretty much like a standard shoulder character, standard karate character. Now let's move into just basic combos and stuff to get you started with this character. We were talking a little bit about jump-ins. So jumping in, hard kick is really good from a distance because you can basically lock down the air there. You can get good space and you can catch and beat out normals that other people would throw. You know, hopping or fully jumping. With D. With B, hopping in, you're going to want to get close and you're going to want to let yourself get low before you strike with the B. So when you're striking with it, you want to drop to about here so that when you do land the B, you can immediately start comboing after. If you land it from too high, you won't get an opportunity to combo. Right? So you're going to want to get about, I don't know if you can see his, I guess his pocket watch is in his pocket right there. Use kind of that distance on each character as something to measure when you're doing that jumping beat. So measure that and you want to land at that angle and hit that high. That will give you the opportunity to combo. So when his leg will hit a little bit lower, so your knee as Robert will be about as the mirror Robert's pocket watch, and then the hit will hit to his knee from the air. So that will give you the opportunity to combo. So you can land standing C from that and carry on from there. All right, so let's try that over here. See, you get your full standing C. All right. So I believe the same goes for jumping A as well. Right? So jumping A is same principle. You can use it to get a little bit more distance, to get over the character, to stop things that might come out, to stop taller characters as well. You can beat out DPs with this. You can beat out uppercuts. Anti-airs can be beaten out with this if you're careful enough and if you're hitting at the right angle. So it's not a bad idea to throw it out. What you're going to want to do, though, optimally, is hit it as low as possible so that when you do catch it, you can also land other moves from there. So you can land other normals like stand C or anything else you might want to do. So you want to hit that low and continue combo from there. Right? So that's good for jump-ins. Cover light, let's cover heavy. Heavy is good. It's just as good as B. It's a little bit slower, as you can see. Jump A and jump C, kind of fast. But check the angle of jump C. You have to be much faster on catch. So that jump C, you have to be much more committed to when you want to catch anything from it. So jumping in, make sure that if you're gonna press C, you're committed to that landing. Right? Just commit. Just follow through and you'll be fine. So those are jumping normals. Standing normals, you're gonna want to poke with stand B. This is really good at stopping people from doing stuff in front of you and just annoying them. It's not an insane amount of damage, but it's definitely what you need to kind of kick back momentum and get them out of the way. Your stand A is not really going to be used all that much for a lot of stuff with Robert, but it's going to be used like the standard KOF standing A. It's going to be used to anti-air. It's going to be used to stop hops and re-hops. And it's going to be used to basically get annoying stuff off you. If you don't want those problems, you just stand A. I wouldn't call it a good combo starter, You can't get a forward A off of it. You can't get a forward B off of it. So, like I said, you're not going to use stand A that much. But you're going to use it for the specific things and for the system mechanics. Let's see. Forward A and forward B, you're going to be using those a lot. So coming from your stand C or your close stand D, you can use forward A or forward B to extend your combo opportunities. So that's what you're going to want to use to start combos. So as you can see, you got that. That works. That works just fine. Same thing for standing B. So a close standing B to forward A or forward B will work fine. Right? Same thing with a close C. So close C to forward A to forward B works fine. So that paired up with what we just covered earlier with jump-ins will be a lot of your offense. So that's your offense, right? Let's just quickly check out his roll speed and run speed. So his back roll is let's see how much distance that goes. That goes about a 2.25 character distance away. So that's not bad. His forward roll is about the same. So it's fairly fast. And it will get you 2.25 away. His run speed. Let's see. Oh, his backdash speed as well. Let's check out backdash speed. Backdash speed is a little farther than his roll. Let's see. From directly up close, we'll backdash to about right there. And from directly up close, we'll roll a little more forward. It's not that huge of a difference. So a backdash and a roll. The only difference is that roll is definitely more invincible, but that backdash is a little bit faster. The roll is a little slower. Right. So now run speed from full screen. Let's see. It'll take about 3 or 4 steps to get to someone. So his run speed is pretty good. He can follow his low fireballs. So you can throw it and start running a little bit after. Which also means if you can throw a fireball, you have a good enough time to DP after. So fireballs can definitely bait for anti-airs. Right? Alright, so cover a little on run speed, on your combo starters, what's going to give you what you need. All of those starters will be activation. So let's talk a little bit about max mode and what he can do with max mode. So we have activation. Let's say jumps, kicks. There you go. You just activated your max. So your forward kicks, you're gonna want to get a close normal or a close hard normal. So that's C or D, very close. Forward A, forward B, and then you want to activate, which would be B and C together. So once you activate with B and C, you'll get a flash, and you'll run forward. That flash during a chain will give you 50% activation in max mode, because it takes half your meter when you're converting it from a normal attack, right? So you get that run. When you get that run, you know you're getting it from a normal. just standing and activating max mode, you'll do an intro animation. Your character will kind of power up. All right. So we don't want that. What we want is the full-on run. That'll let you know you're in max. Right? So as soon as you start running, you're gonna want to do the same thing again. You're gonna want to close C or close D, right? Then forward A, forward B. So that would be like an instantaneous second rotation of the first inputs that you did, and that will give you your starter to a lot of his extra max mode combos. So that should open up the gates a little bit. Right? Right? So those will give you what you need to get started with some basic Robert combos. Right? Now, comboing into super, fairly easy if coming off of his half circle back kick. Right? Most of those give you enough juggle opportunity that you can throw out a Ranbu, or you can throw out any other super if you catch something in between. Right? So let's go back to our activation and then try to see what super finishes we can get as just basic combos. Dynamite. So we got to launch into Rambo. Let's try it again. Right? So there are more advanced combos that you can build from there, but that gives you the idea of what you're going to want to do to build your base combos with Robert. A nice foundation and a nice ground to start from. A few tips and tidbits on Robert alone to close things out. Just small things that you're going to want to keep an eye out for during the match. Things like CD. A standing CD, especially on counter or in max mode, will give you the opportunity to hit them with things. So if you get your stand CD, fireball. You're typically gonna be fireballing anyway. So one second. You're typically gonna be fireballing anyway. So as long as you're fireballing, you can throw those attacks out there. And you'll be able to follow up and also run with that fireball. So you've already got a full screen knockback. You've got a fireball incoming protecting you on the way. And you're following up with the next attack or mix-up running. Right? So that's just normal CD. And then you'll have to run. Or normal CD to uppercut. And you have to run. Right? One with the fireball, you got something covering you. And you got a guaranteed hit and knockback. Right? So that's another trick. Another trick, which is fairly common in the Kyokugen style as well, is being able to fireball from your crouching D. Right? So if you sweep, sweeps are typically fireball canceling. What was cool in previous games was that Robert would move forward quite a bit with this. Now he stays stationary, but you can still cancel your crouch D for fireball. So that's another neat trick of Robert. If you want to use it in block strings, you want to use it to annoy people, you want to use it just to cover some ground and distance, you want to use it as some type of safety guarantee. Remember, this can get rolled and baited easily. Some people are ready. You abuse this too much, and someone will guard cancel roll on you. Like as soon as you hit with sweep. Let's try a one-hit guard cancel roll. See, so you're free. You do that, and someone's looking for it. You're pretty much open. You gotta be careful. Right? So don't abuse it too much, but it's definitely something fundamentally useful. So next, we've got stuff like his dive kick. If you caught his EX dive kick, as we covered a little bit earlier, you have a big juggle opportunity right there. I'm surprised that doesn't hurt. There we go. You have to do it right off of it. So in tandem or in combos, that dive kick will definitely get you what you need. From mid-screen, it's a little bit too far to get anything substantial off of, but in the corner, you don't have to be in EX, or in max mode rather, to catch the dive kick and convert from it. In corners with Robert, you're going to want to watch for this distance right here, about this angle. Because with this angle, your dive kicks are pretty potent, because they can lead to big damage. Just if you don't have enough meter, you can just close it off with a DP, call it a day. This is Dragon Punch. It's not bad. But if you do have a meter, you can always convert that DP into a Rambu, right? So if you're at this distance and you do catch a dive kick, that's free Rambu. Just be sure to get the conversion. Right? That's just some fun stuff to look at. So as far as cross-ups, Robert typically doesn't really cross-up. They try to really be fair about cross-ups in this game. You have to be very precise with your distance and your timing. And cross-ups are full-on jumps half the time in this game, like that. So you typically are gonna want to know what you're doing before you throw one out there. Jumps are floaty. This game is very hop reliant. So his leg kick is pretty much as easy as cross-up. It's like pretty guaranteed, and you'll get that. The only thing I will say is that it's a little bit harder to convert from that cross-up, because you'll definitely hit crossing up, but combo opportunity from that, not so much. What you want to look for as well are cross unders. Say if there's a knockback, like someone jumps, if someone tries to roll, running around and catching that close hard punch. When you see that, just strike. When you see that, just follow up behind. Remember, if you're doing it from far, you're not gonna get the animation. So if you're too far, you're not gonna get that forward leg kick animation. You're not gonna get forward beat, right? So it doesn't matter if you do it or not. Just get yourself into the habit of pressing hard punch with the right direction and forward beat, or forward A, depending on what combo you're trying to do, right? Just remember, you're not gonna get that. When you're close, it's guaranteed. When you're far, it will not come out, so you don't have to worry. Just do it anyway, right? So get used to that, because you're gonna want to be able to convert from there. Those you have a pretty long opportunity to convert after you catch a forward beat. You can just wait. Look at how long that is, and that activate still works for a combo. So on cross unders, on crossovers, or even just standing in general, get yourself used to pressing that. Just do it. See? Let's see. What other things can I show you about Robert? CD moves him forward quite a bit. Air CD is it's pretty good. Let's see. His CD on counter, remember, counter hits in this game are dangerous as well. So let's put on counter hit and show you a little bit of conversion ideas that you can get from just counter CDs. And this also works aerial, and it gives you a better opportunity aerial as well because they're higher, so you get more of a chance to juggle if you land first. So a counter CD will give you a juggle. So that's also really good. If you catch a jump CD, aerial CD, and you EX fireball, so if you're in max mode, you will definitely get that. I'm not sure if you can Rambo after that, but we can give that a shot. Let's see. So that's good damage. That looks like around close to 400. And if that was EX Rambo, it would do I guess 500 or more damage. So that's half-life for that. If you have the meter and you just caught a counter CD, you caught a fireball, there you go. So those are some tips and tricks. Trying to think if there's anything more small I can show you in between for Robert. Mess around with that stuff in the corner. Mess around with his juggles in the corner. Mess around with all the things shown here. I thought I also showed you from the backdash. Remember, you can. Oh yeah, that's another small thing actually. When backdashing, it also counts as aerial for Robert. It counts for a few characters, but some characters' aerial moves cannot be accessed off of a backdash. But for Robert, luckily, they kept that his is. So his dive kick can be backdash and it can be tiger kneed also. So this is backdash and this is tiger knee. Right? So just be aware and be able to do that. It's really good instantly from the corner, and you can still catch that DP. And that, as we covered earlier, goes into super, so you know it's just good damage opportunity to keep your eye out for. Also mid combo too. You're gonna want to do things like tiger knee. Right. So I think that covers it. Gonna reset there. That was a quick look and a quick tutorial on our favorite Kyokugen fighter, the leader of the clan, or the unofficial leader of the clan, Sans Takuma, Robert Garcia. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for joining in, and stay tuned for more character tutorials on KOF 14. If you want to learn how to play and you want to get better, this is one of the places you can check out. You can also check out dreamcancel.com, orochanagi.net, and all over for your fighting game needs. I'm pretty sure Event Hubs is going to start doing KOF section as well, so you can check them out also. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.